ain't flip it upside down.
That means that you have something
No,
in
no.
there.
It's from old habits when I did have things I hide.
How's your baby mama doing?
Great. Which one? I got 2 kids now.
Oh, okay. I
But
just
me and the other one
remember.
is together, so I can't say two babies.
Oh,
I have one
okay.
baby mother and one future wife.
That's
I got it. Okay, we good.
But Ashley is doing great, actually. Really.
Yeah, that's in there.
Mhm.
All right, so what's up, everybody? I wanted to welcome you all to another episode of my Get Hook podcast. Again, it's your boy Hook, host of the show. I got a really intriguing topic today, and I'll be honest. Normally, I'm prepared, but I had absolutely no idea how this is going to go. Essentially, today's topic is it goes down in the DM. All right, so if you're on any social media platform, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, you know you got inboxes and you got DMs, and I'm sure that at some point you've either been hit up in your DM or you hit somebody up in their DM. We're gonna talk about it, and I really want you guys to weigh in, especially you guys watching on Facebook Live. Make sure you like, share, and comment because we do want to hear from you. And if you had these experiences, we do want to understand it and really try to figure out exactly what's the big deal with the DM. So we're going to get started, but before I do that, I got my expert panel here. I'll go ahead and let you tell them a little bit about themselves, and we'll go from there.
Go ahead and start, Sylvia.
And that's what I thought. She's not a regular lady, so.
Exactly. So my name is Autumn. I really don't have a lot to say about myself. I mean, like literally got a call at 5:20 that was like, "Look, I need you here at 6." So here I
Yeah,
am.
you made it though.
I made it.
All right.
She made that 6 or 8, so
Oh.
fellas aren't the only ones late.
Scoop.
I'm Edric. I guess they call me school, so I'm gonna go by school today. Same for me, man. My cousin said he had this interesting topic he needed me to speak on. I go both ways, of course. So let me make sure I say that.
Speak up so I can hear you, man.
I go both ways on this topic. As far as saying, I'm probably on the men's side and the women's side, so this should be very interesting, guys.
Yeah, and like I said, we haven't prepared anything, so I have no idea how it's gonna go. So we'll go ahead and get started. And oh no, I guess yeah. All right, so Autumn,
Yes, sir.
how often would you say your inbox gets hit up? Like, how often do dudes reach out to you?
Well, it just depends because if I don't post anything, then I don't get anything. But let's say, for example, the other day how I posted, something in my Instagram story that I guess people found intriguing. My inbox blew up. I probably got like literally 50 inbox messages. Like, I'm not even lying.
So it was based on so when you don't post anything, your inbox is
Drag.
dry. But the minute you post something, like what a picture or a
A
post
picture.
or
It's mostly if I post a picture, then it's like all of a sudden I'm on their mind. They remember me now when they didn't remember me before.
so when you get hit up though, like is it kind of hey beautiful or
Yep.
are you dating somebody or like what kind of messages do you normally get?
It's normally like, "Hey, beautiful, how you doing? Haven't heard from you in a while." Or, "Are you single? I would like to take you on a date. Are you free?" Just you know, not anything bad, but subtle.
But the minute you post, that's when everything starts blowing up.
Yes.
All right. So Scooter, from a guy's perspective, like what are your thoughts on that? Like how do you feel about it?
Like I said, I think it go both ways. If you're a single guy and you see an attractive woman posting something, I would say, me personally, I just try to use some small gesture to probably break the ice. And then, of course, if she responds the right way, it could be a natural conversation. I try not to go too, of course, too wild with someone inbox if I was in that situation as a single man. But it go both ways. Let me be honest. If someone post things that's gonna get a man attention, then he don't have no choice but to say what he say. So I understand the guy too. Some people may say he's immature, but I mean, if she's posting a half naked picture, all the time, then of course the guy gonna feel like that's probably what she's about. So he's gonna approach you in that way. Miss Autumn seems to not be one of those women who post that type, or even if she posts that type, she has a very mature friend base, I should say, on Facebook. So it's all about the friends you select. Too many of y'all have it open to everybody to see. Then you wonder why some random Joe just in your inbox talking perverted because hey, you just letting the world see what you're sharing. But if it's a real friend, they understand that hey, Autumn posting this picture, but that's not Autumn, so I know not to disrespect her in that way. So it's all about who you select.
So, how do you feel about like? Because something you mentioned it was like the type of pic that you post. So, regardless of what type of picture you post, whether it's like a regular everyday selfie or if it's you in a bikini bathing suit, like, do you think that gives guys like the rights to? Yeah, I mean, like when you post something, do you think subconsciously? Oh yeah, I know I'm gonna be hit from my inbox.
Yeah, I feel like honestly, I feel like it does give a man the rights because men are visual creatures and men are also fishers. So for the most part, y'all throw the hook out 10 times. If you see something that you like, you throw the hook out. Something else might come across 2 minutes later, and you throw the hook out. You're gonna see what's gonna bite.
So we just be on the prowl. Like
Yeah,
it don't matter who posted. It's just we just gonna go for it.
that's how I feel. Y'all just be on the prowl. Y'all just be throwing the hook out to see who's gonna bite.
I agree. Man, nature is to hunt. So we don't mind hunting and chasing. But once again, like I said, it can be done differently. I don't mind the guy who's just jumping in trying to break the ice and have a small conversation that could lead to more. If he's doing it in a mature fashion, I'm all for it. I salute that dude because I've seen couples that's married off of Instagram, some off of Facebook, some off of Tinder, all those other sites as well. So it works if you're doing it the right way. And
Right.
there are some freaky women who want the guy in their inbox too, so it go both ways. She's posting naked pictures, but no, she might want that dude sending that random D pic in her inbox. It might turn her on. So once again, whatever floats your boat. But
Do you think women like? Do you think they post the pictures so they can get the attention, or do you think they're posting it just to for whatever reason?
some,
Sometimes I
uh,
feel like the type of message that you get in your inbox is really based on the type of energy that you give out. And there are women that are always constantly giving out a sexual energy online, on social media, where they're always posting booty pictures, posting pictures in bathing suits, sexy pictures, whatever. And then, there's women who, they might have on a classy dress suit. You could tell they just got off from work, taking a selfie in the bathroom at work. You approach them a different type of way. I feel like a man, I really can't speak for a man, but I feel like men approach those women a different way than they approach the women who are always posting the sexy pictures and
Why do you think that?
half naked pictures. I feel like the half naked pictures are kind of like that's the energy that they're inviting in.
Advertising.
That's what they're advertising. So that's what they're gonna do.
I agree. I think some women do post it for attention, and some women just like to show off their beauty. You know what I'm saying? Like a girl, she just got out of a long relationship, heartbroken or whatever the case may be. That's her way of just getting her mojo back. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
maybe she maybe post 3 sexy pics this week. Do that mean she's trying to portray herself in a sexual way? Not necessarily. She's just trying to get herself into her groove back. Stella want her groove back. So fresh out of a relationship, she's just doing whatever it takes for her to cope with what she just been through. So
Right.
once again, it goes back into that person. I see Chandra Goodwin comment. I'm gonna use her as an example. All I know her as is this holy chick, but she's beautiful, very smart,
Sounds good. Okay.
good one. Very hard
Jokes.
working seems to be. She's always getting promotions from the Facebook. So shit.
Always
I
fly.
could imagine dudes should be jumping in her inbox. But I don't think a guy gonna be in there slinging a DP. But it will be that one pervert who just come across her and just say, "Man, I'm going for it." And he may send one, but for the most part, I think she probably get some good guys in her inbox, or she should because that's the way she portray herself. But like I say, man, it goes so many ways. Some girls showing it off because, like I said, they went through something. Some girls showing it off because they do want attention. It's a lot of freaks in this world. So there's a lot of them that do want that attention. Now, who they get that attention from may be a little different. For example, she might be showing it off when she got this one guy that she want to see. So I always question, why put it on Facebook? Why not just send it to that person instead? Not that you're showing so much off, but man, if it's for that person, send it to that
If
person.
you're trying to
so
get
they'll
his attention.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it goes back to so many different ways, and that's what it is, man. Social media, everybody take it the way they want to take it.
Absolutely. And we got our first comment. Why does some men comment regarding the post in an inbox versus just commenting on the post itself?
Because those are the features. They're for everybody.
So they don't want to. They don't want everybody to see that they're commenting on your stuff.
Right, because then the next girl is gonna be like, that dude was just in my inbox. That dude was just trying to holler at me at the club. So I feel like if they're in the inbox instead of on the post, they might be married, they might be in a relationship, they might just be sleepy.
Or they could be just trying to keep it intimate and say, hey, I don't want everybody in my business, but hey, I don't have no other means of getting in contact
But you
with
can
her.
say, hey, beautiful,
I
on
agree.
my post instead of, hey, beautiful, in my inbox.
But once again, if they want to be private, so let's take it this way. If he say, hey, beautiful, in your inbox, and you respond and say, why didn't you put it on my post? He can explain why, and if it makes sense, y'all can keep the conversation going.
Right.
Now, if he go in your inbox and he just like, hey, man, I just don't, it's some dumb explanation as to why he's just in your inbox and won't put it in the public, then of course he's probably one of those guys that's trying to hide something in that sense.
I should probably just leave it on red and don't even read it. All right, so like we talk about people being in their inboxes. I know it's going to be heavily on the female side in terms of people who get it. I don't know what the percentages are in terms of how many guys actually have people or women who slide into their inbox. But I do want to ask though, do you think it's possible to find your soulmate on social media or when they slide in your inbox? Because you might be missing your blessing.
I know a lot of people who have found their soulmate on social media.
Okay, but so it's possible.
It's possible. But social media is honestly the new dating site. A lot of people they don't go out anymore. They don't interact in person with people anymore. They find what they like on social media and it just goes from there.
And it's easier to meet people, on social
Yeah.
media because you might be on the same post and you see that you have like common stances or you agree on some of the same things. So and like I know for me personally, like I'm an introvert. You know what I mean? Like when I go out, I'm not going to go out and meet anybody. I'm not going to approach somebody whether I find them attractive or not. Now, especially with a group of females, I'm just not going to do it. But on social media, it doesn't. It can be that intimate, that whole one-on-one setting. So that's kind of. I mean, that's kind of where I am. So you think it's possible to find a soulmate?
Yes, anywhere possible. Love is just love, man. When you meet that person, when you click, when y'all bond, that's just the beginning. The process goes from there, man. But yeah, if he jump in that inbox the right way and she like it, and y'all build that, like I say, that conversation, build that bond and that trust from just that one message, then yes, it's possible. I think when it comes to soulmates, you just know when it's that person. So no matter where y'all meet at, you'll know it, and it just go from there. I would hope.
Yeah, I know some people who have like gotten together on social media and they're either got married or they're in like a long-term relationship. I don't know many, but I mean, I guess anything at this point is possible. Um, Katrina says exactly they're hiding, so I guess she agrees with you, basically saying that any guy who opts not to post on your page publicly and decides to go to your inbox is something that they're hiding. It's possible, but it can also be a trap. Usually, people post as their representative and not themselves. So yeah, people are they're gonna play the nice guy or nice girl role,
Right.
tell you all the things you want to hear, and chances are they've probably been following your page for a while. If y'all
Right.
been friends and they kind of know what your likes and your dislikes are, and that's the thing about social media, you can find out what a person's interests are. That was mine. You can go ahead. You can find out what a person's interests are, without actually interacting with them. So I don't have to talk to you to find
Right.
out what you like or if you have kids or where you work at. You know what I mean?
So it can definitely be a set or a trap. or a stalker type situation.
Yeah, I mean, and that's another. That's a topic for another day because there's so many things that can go wrong with it as well. Um, it's possible. The same as online dating. A lot of people find their soulmate through one of the virtual methods. I know some that have had a very successful relationship and marriage, and yeah, it happens. I mean, I think most people, for the most part, DMs get like they get a bad rap because there's so many horror stories. You know what I'm saying? But like there may be, if a guy or girl jump in your inbox, they may have a genuine interest and they want to get to know you. But sometimes, it's kind of like you can't really filter out who's who. They may
Right.
say and do all the right things, but you really don't know. Like you said, that might just be that person's representative.
I agree with what she's saying too. If it's not online dating, it's the workplace now. That's typically people find their mate now, and it's of course the two places people spend most of their time at work or either online. So
Right.
it's easy for a guy to just say, "Oh, okay, well, man, I see her on here all the time. Let me jump in the inbox and
Right.
see if I can get her
You
attention
want to know
and get
more?
some time from her." Or, like I say, it's not if it's not online, it's at work. You get
Right.
8 hours with them, so you get that
Right.
chance to build that same relationship like you can do
Yeah.
online. So,
And if I see you out in public, I'm not gonna get the opportunity to know anything about you. All I see is how you look. You might look good, but like I don't know what your triggers are. But on social media, if I'm following you, I see all that. You know what I mean? If you're posting about your kids and the trips you're taking and the promotions you're getting at your job, I know all that. So now, like, there are a lot of people who I've never interacted with, like in person, that I have on social media. And when I finally see them in person, they see me with my daughter. They're like, "Oh, hey, Zoe!" Like they know they never met her, but
Right.
now it's like they've
Yeah.
seen her grow up. You know what I mean? So that's just one of those things. Another thing is like, and this is just me. I think that it matters how attractive that person is to you or not if you give them time of day. Like a lot of women see a lot of dudes jumping in the inbox, right? And most of these people who they don't have any interest in. But if it's somebody who they find even remotely attractive,
They'll respond.
they're going to entertain it in some way, shape, or form. They're not going to blast it out on Facebook. So do you think there's any truth to that in terms
Definitely.
of how
Definitely.
attractive they
Because
are?
if somebody hops in my inbox and it's somebody that, let's say, I didn't even know they were on my page, the first thing I do is go check their profile, scroll through their pictures. I want to see who they're associated with, who they know. Do they know anybody that I know?
Right.
Do they have pictures of any girls, that I know?
Checking for
And
girlfriends or
exactly
ex-girlfriends. I got you.
what they look like. If the person is attractive and I don't see like any red flags on their page, then I'll respond back. But if
If
the
the person
person
is
is
not so
like
attractive.
not so attractive, then I just leave it alone.
I thought beauty was only skin deep though. Like it doesn't matter.
But I mean, anytime you go into a relationship, the physical
You
attraction
gotta
is
be.
like
Yeah,
right.
I'm messing with you, but I get it. Yeah, I'm with you. Guys, make sure you like, comment, and share. We do want to hear from you also. Um, we talk a lot about dudes jumping in inboxes, right? Women do the same thing. You know what I mean? So it's not, a situation where it's completely one sided. Women, they'll probably never admit to it, but you know,
Share some stories. I want to hear some
I mean,
stories.
I don't. My inbox is dry, so I don't know. What?
Scooter.
yeah, mine blocked.
Now the thing of it is, though, is like, and I guess from a woman's standpoint, like, um, how do you feel about women initiating that inbox conversation if they see a guy who they like or they find attractive? Like, would you ever do that?
I mean, like me personally, I've never initiated an invite conversation.
Okay.
Like I'm old school. I believe that men are supposed to, be the hunters. They're the ones that are supposed to approach the woman, go after the woman. So I just don't.
So, like, some men might be kind of hesitant to, because I mean, any given day, I can go through my friends list and I see women putting dudes on blast on Facebook for going in their inbox. Dudes might be kind of, I won't say afraid, but they might be kind of hesitant to go that route because they don't either, we have pride. We don't want to be shot down, or we don't want you to screenshot what we're typing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean,
I mean, I give clues. Like, I'ma like your post. I'ma comment on your post. you're gonna see me commenting a lot. You know, like I'll just be extra friendly, so you'll know when it's safe to
So
hop in
you
my
drop little
inbox.
subtle
Right, you'll know when
clues.
it's
I
safe.
got you.
But I mean, I know some women who are just, they savage like that. They'll hop in your inbox and just get straight to it, straight to the point.
What do you think about women being the aggressors?
I, it depends on that person, man. I know some women who like to be chased, but there are some aggressive women. I spent time in Atlanta, man, and I've met some very aggressive women. So,
I mean, that's Atlanta, man. That's like
yeah,
different.
but on social media, a lot of women can be a little more aggressive as well because once again, they're just in a private setting. If you jump in a guy inbox, so it's not as open. Just like in the club setting, they may not want to approach that guy in the club setting because so many people see. A lot of women do like to be private about their relationship or what they do, their next move. So it's easy for them to say, "Hey, I just jump in his inbox." I think it's pretty dope that a woman would take that approach, but it can go vice versa too because we grew up in the country. Most of us love to chase, so it's our nature to probably jump in the inbox first.
Yeah. So, and I'm pretty sure the guys are like they're dominant in that area. They're probably the primary ones who are doing that. But it's not exclusive to men. I know women who have no qualms about actually doing so.
I mean, being behind the screen gives everybody a little bit of extra courage.
Yeah, you can be who you want to be.
Right. Somebody tells you different than who you really are.
And one thing you kind of touched on is from the women that I've spoken to about this particular topic, it makes them a little uncomfortable. Like I guess depending on the approach of the man, like because they don't know the true intention. Like
Right.
if it's somebody you've never interacted with, like y'all might be Facebook friends, and maybe you like their post, maybe they like yours, maybe they comment, but if you never had like a conversation and like randomly it's like, hey beautiful, you know what I mean? Like I guess that's like the go-to phrase, hey beautiful. I guess that's the
Hey,
go-to.
big head.
Right. So like, and I know that in today's, to, and I don't want to get too controversial or anything like that, but taking a serious note, right? We live in a culture now where, especially for women, you can't be too careful with who you allow in because you know
Right.
that the whole rape culture thing, right?
Exactly.
So you never know who you're dealing with or what their intentions are, what the setup is, you know what I mean? So I think that's something that most men don't really, for the most part, where hopefully we can defend ourselves against a woman. You know what I'm saying? If it comes to that. But I think for a lot of women, I think that's, you really, people are crazy, man, and you don't even really know until it's pretty much too late. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of where I am. And I'm pretty sure that's why a lot of women are kind of cautious. But at the same time, I do think some of y'all be missing your blessing.
Yes,
I
I
would
think a
agree. I
lot
would
of
agree to
women do.
that.
I think a lot of women do. And it goes back into one of the things you said earlier. It may look for looks, but God may have another plan for
Yeah.
him. It may not
I
be
was
the,
thinking
the
that
best
too.
looking guy. He may just have this financially blessed guy prepared for you that may not look as good, but can give you everything you want from a domestic point of view. So I think you should be a little open, but at the same time, if those are your standards, you got to stand by it too. So if good looks is just something you have, and you just have to have that great looking mate, then hey man, that's what drives you. So stick to your guts, but don't let that be the only thing. Like I said, could be a true blessing that you're missing because there are a lot of good guys out there that may not be the best looking or may not have the money that you have at that time or you want at that time. Women are built to grow men. I don't want to say be their backbone or whatever the case may be.
But
They
that's the
grow men, so they help us.
downside of being in the inbox, which is why I just feel like it's important to have that face-to-face interaction, and not because being in the inbox, you're 9 times out of 10 always gonna miss your blessing because you're going based on what you see on somebody's profile, pictures. You don't have that face-to-face interaction to even see if there's really any type of chemistry there.
God knows the desires of my heart. He is not going to see me an ugly man. That's when you pray for it, right? Problem solved. Just don't have any kids by the facially challenged. Seriously. I mean, just because two attractive people have a kid don't mean that kid's gonna be You know,
But you know what? It's normally the two ugly people that make the pretty babies,
I,
and the pretty people that make the ugly babies.
I've seen
is
it.
that even a proven fact? Like,
I
Walking
see
down
it
the
all
mall,
the
you see it
time.
all the
I see
time.
it all the time.
Walk through the mall, you be like, whoa, how did they make that? But hey, man, that's just the genes, I guess.
I mean, my thing is like, I always thought that women, they wanted to know if they still have it. Ain't that like, what I mean, the whole Aisha Curry thing? I'm pretty sure she want people to be in her inbox. Like she created that attention. So what better way to know you still got it with dudes blowing up your inbox?
No, I feel like that's a confidence thing. Like, I mean, if your confidence is high, you don't have to do all of that. You don't have you don't have a you don't have to try and prove that point to yourself because you already know. But when your
Everybody
confidence
don't have
is
that confidence.
low, then it's like then you need that reassurance.
And sometimes
You're
that's
looking for that reassurance.
where women find themselves, and men too, but women more so because it's men probably doing more hurtful things than women. I hate to say that on live air, but yeah, women find themselves in that situation where sometimes they have to do a little more than they normally would do, but it's just trying to boost that confidence again, of course, because they probably in that down moment. So
I mean, even if you're confident, doesn't it still feel good when you're complimented?
Yes.
Like when
yes,
like you can be as confident as you want to be, and we can say what we want, but who doesn't like to hear that they look good? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Right.
hey, you look good, or like I see you've been working out, or doing whatever. Like people want to hear that, so you can be as confident as you want to be, but like I think it's still, you know, people talk a lot of shit about the inbox, but what better way to know that people are checking for you is
Right.
when you get inbox. Pee says, I remember I found that book at y'all crib in Aiken. No DM days. I don't know what book you talking about, cuz.
yeah, because
You got the wrong set of cousins.
I had the Holy Spirit in me all my life.
You got the wrong set, cuz. I don't know what you talking about.
I want to know what book you talking
Yeah,
about.
me
'Cause I
too.
know he ain't lying.
Me too.
Y'all too?
Yeah, cause
What are you talking about?
get that book for me too. I might need to put it on the market. You know me, we hustling everything.
I know, right? But y'all know that the inbox only does what the receiver allows.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
you can,
that's what I said, the type of energy that you give off
right.
is what you're going to attract.
You may have dudes in your inbox, but like it's only going to go as far as you let it go. Now I know I've heard horror stories, and I know you have some men who it don't matter how much you ignore them, they gonna have like, hey beautiful, hey beautiful, hey beautiful, or you're
Yeah.
ignoring me. You know what I mean? But that lets you know right there. Okay, once it gets to the point where they start, calling you all kind of names, you know that you dodged
A
a huge
bullet.
bullet on that one. You know what I'm saying? But some people, some people just I don't like. Again, I don't have that problem because, like I said, my inbox is dry.
I
It's
don't
dry.
believe that for a second.
It
Let
is.
me see your inbox, matter of fact. Let me see your phone.
I deleted Messenger off my phone. I ain't even got Messenger on there.
Mm.
I just added it so I can inbox you so you can come
Oh,
on the show.
really?
Yeah, so you can come on the show. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what had happened though.
That's what happened.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yep. And again, guys, make sure you like, comment, and share. We do wanna hear from you. I know you got some inbox stories out there. I know especially the women out there. I know your inboxes. Everybody inbox can't be dry, so we do want to hear from you.
I want to hear from one of these freaky women. I
Yes.
want to see what because I be hearing these stories about how they get these dick pictures, in their inbox all the time. And I'm like, well, why I don't ever get none? I'm
So
trying
you
to
want
figure
it?
I don't want them.
Sound like she
No,
want them,
I don't want
slow.
them. But I'm trying to figure out why do some women get them and some women don't.
So
One of y'all
why
guys
do you think?
out there find her page and
No,
send her
please don't. Please
country
don't.
Hey,
women.
Listen, I will put you on blast.
Listen,
Don't do it.
if
She
Don't
will
do
put you
it.
on blast from what I heard. But I don't know if it's the truth, but the first thing I heard was
Hey.
she would expose you. So don't do it, guys.
If you want to send a
Unless
penis
you're
picture,
mine.
get a
You
nigga
better
mouth
be
and send it to
fine.
you.
You better be fine.
Boy, I got that
See,
country
babe,
wood, man.
hey, so what you're saying is like, as long as you look good, everything's fair game. That's what I'm hearing. Country wood. Boy, you are stupid. Like, but from a from a female standpoint,
Oh,
though.
look, he said his relationship started from inboxing.
Yeah, Kevin.
See?
Yeah,
We
so
went to
I
school
mean,
together.
He's a
it
very
it happens.
intelligent guy. I like
It
that.
No,
happens.
that's not how it started. I
I mean,
Oh.
believe him because
Kevin,
How you
come
not-
on,
how you
man.
not
because
believe
they,
him?
Get
they
shit
went to
going.
middle school and high school together,
So
so it makes it that much easier to send the inbox.
So
And then
it wasn't as
No,
I'm not gonna say that's how it
Not
started.
if they didn't
If you
talk.
know the person,
but if they didn't converse in high school like that, then it was like a brand new thing. Like there are people I didn't converse with in high school.
Kevin said, yeah, I'm with you, Kevin. Ghost follow you when you talk about some deep stuff, so I believe you, brother.
we'll take his word for it.
But like from a woman's standpoint, though, did you say you've never gotten like an illicit kick? Like you
Never.
that's never
I've
happened.
I've had guys like in my inbox saying inappropriate things, like, this one guy was like, "Can I pay you for sex?" This is that and the other. But of course, I screenshot that and I put it on my page, and I'm like, "Look at how they come in my inbox." So of course, it never happened again.
Why do
Now
y'all do
they're
that?
polite
Why do y'all do that?
because
though?
I need them to have respect and have manners when they approach.
So why not check them in the inbox and say, "Hey, I wish you would please refrain from inboxing me."
Well, this one individual just seemed like he was a little retarded, so I was just irked by the message altogether. So it was like you just going straight on blast.
It sounds like if they get 4 pics from what you saying, they should have been blocked by then, right?
That's happy. I mean, it should have been.
I be seeing girls when they do that little screenshot. It's like, yo, you got 2 weeks worth of conversation.
Right.
God, come on, now. I get blocked from the jump if it's that bad.
I agree.
So either you want that conversation to keep going, or come on, man.
But that goes back to what I said, and this comment just confirms it. If he looks good and the package straight, that's kind of how y'all do, right?
If he looks good and he comes respectable, but if he looks good and he comes disrespectful, he don't look good no more.
So it's still about the respect. So you ain't able to give him a pass because he looks
Nope.
good.
No pass.
No pass. Kevin says, I didn't know her in middle school and high school. She was out of my league. He also says, Autumn, you went on a rampage a month or so ago. The inbox probably got eczema now. I think that's the same one I might have been talking about. But like I said, if y'all gonna inbox Autumn, y'all might want to come correct because she gonna screenshot it. She gonna, but only if they're disrespectful.
Only
right?
if they're disrespectful, because there's a lot of guys in my inbox that are very nice, very respectful, and I do interact with them. They'll say good morning, beautiful. I'll say good morning back. As long as you're respectful, then we can carry on a conversation. But if you're not going to be respectful, then it's just dead.
Well, let's just say these guys do send me this DP. I try to be R-rated since my mom followed me. If this guy send you this dick pic and it's a nice package, would you?
I wouldn't respond. I'd share it, with my friends. I pass it off like, girl, like, did you see this? Girl, look at what he working with. So yeah, I share it with my friends.
How if it wasn't such a nice package?
Well, she still gonna share it.
Yeah, I still probably share it. I still probably like, girl, stay away from him.
She's still gonna share it, so it really does. It doesn't matter.
Fellas, if you joke in her inbox, we got 100% chance of your dick
Being shared, right? Just don't initiate the conversation with a dick pic. Yeah, and I think that's where a lot of guys make it wrong, like out of the gate, bang. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, if you're in one of these little freaky groups and, the girl is talking all freaky, then, you might initiate the conversation with one of those pictures.
Right. So like for the women that get like tons and tons of these penis pictures, right? Do you think it's like because of the vibe they give off, or do you think that there's just some perverted men out there, or is it like a combination of both?
Definitely the vibe. It's the vibe they give off, and it could be, different groups that they might be in, where they're saying things within these groups that you don't see on their page. It could be a number of things, but definitely the vibe.
So she's sending the picture, with lingerie or exposing her breasts or whatnot. Now, do you think she deserves that attention, or do you think she's asking for it, or do you think that men should still show restraint?
I think she's asking for it, and I don't blame the man. I can't blame a man for being a man.
Okay.
So it looked like one of the twins, she said she don't mind the dick pic, but just send it after the hey beautiful.
So Hey, compliment first.
Hey, beautiful,
Dick picture
you
second.
looking nice in that tight dress.
All of a sudden, bam. What you wake up to? Like what?
But
But you,
like you said, it's not always the guys that are, in our inbox. Sometimes it's the women in y'all's inbox. So how do y'all feel about that? Is that something that do y'all prefer a woman to be aggressive? A woman to, be the first one to send a message, or do you like being the hunter?
I like it both ways, but if I was single, let me make sure I clear that up. If I was single, I probably like it both ways. I don't mind an aggressive woman, because once again, I am both an introvert and an extrovert.
Ambivert.
So, I'm an ambivert. Cook
But
just
even
told
with
me
you
that.
not being single, I mean, you still want to know that, when you post a picture, women find you attractive, that will kind of boost your confidence. So are you saying
that's what the
that,
likes are for, though.
You know,
I mean,
Like if they like it, then obviously, you know what I'm saying. But
that's not all. I
if
feel like the likes are like, this is somebody that you might be cool with or whatever. But in his situation, he's in a relationship. You post a picture and you looking good. You don't want a woman to inbox you and say, "Hey, you look good.
my
You
whole
look
thing on
nice."
my whole thing on that would
I
be
probably would, if you had caught me before I started meditating. And the reason I say this, I remove ego from myself. Period. I I just don't care. Even right now, if you would have caught me before this, I would have to have a haircut to get on here. Yeah, I just wouldn't have came here without a haircut to be on Facebook. But I'm at a place where, man, I'm just like, I don't care about
don't
that.
even
You know
matter
what
no
I'm
more.
saying? So whether someone comment or say whatever to me, it's just like, man, I'm past that stage. But
Okay.
I do understand what you're saying. Yes, of course, guys, we want to always know we got it. So even if it's not the compliment, it may be something I may do to help myself up in another way to thinking, all right, do I still got it? You know what I'm saying? Even if I just walk around work and somebody might say, oh, Andrew, you dressed up today, that might be my one little moment that I needed versus having to put it on Facebook and be like, oh, man, dang, nobody jump in my inbox. Because if you look for or you anticipate and you don't get it, you know what I'm saying? You just set yourself up for more versus just saying, man, I am who I am. And it just seems like you're the same way. You're confident.
Yeah,
So
it is what
no
it is.
matter what type of picture you post, you know guys going to get in your inbox. It's just a matter of his approach, you know what I'm saying? What makes you
Right.
comfortable.
But even now, with you being in a relationship, let's say a girl jumps in your inbox and she's sending you a titty picture. What you gonna do?
Wow.
What you gonna? And she's very attractive. What you gonna do? Are you going to respond back? Are you gonna block her? Like, what you gonna do?
Hey, let me take one more time.
I feel like a
Well,
lot of cheating and creeping starts in the inbox also.
I mean that's actually fair, but I think
man,
the thing
that's a great
I
question.
know the thing of it is though is like you got to understand like men, you know, men and women are completely different. If a woman jumps in my inbox and the very first thing she does is send me a naked pic or a pic of my breast or anything else, I already know what I'm dealing with because I'm not going to be egotistical enough to believe I'm that special and you only gonna send that to me. You know what I mean? Now, if we've been conversing for a while, okay, yeah, I get that because I think you can develop feelings for people via conversation. It might not be deep in love, but I mean, you get to the point where, okay, I can probably trust this person. But if the very first thing you do, hey, good morning, handsome, how you doing? Hey, I'm good, love. Bam, here come a naked picture. I know you're doing that with, a bunch of other people. And typical example, there's this chick on Instagram. I'm not even gonna say her name because I'm pretty sure that a lot of dudes know. She be DMing everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
But like you said, you know what you're dealing with.
exactly.
She sends you this, naked photo in your inbox.
But
What
but
do you do?
but because I have
Knock off.
no.
Nothing?
Knock off.
Oh, definitely.
Speaking from a single man, then yeah, obviously they're
Yeah.
gonna
Hey, where you at?
yeah. If a single man gets an inbox, then absolutely he gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But for women, a lot of women they see it as a put off. Like you mentioned earlier, men are hunters by nature. You know what I'm saying? So it's at the point where the hunt over at that point because I mean she sought you out. So you send this guy like a naked picture. Okay, he already know what he gonna do, and he gonna try to pursue that. Whereas with women, y'all want your knight in shining armor. Y'all want him to be so nice and sweet. Take them home to your mom and dad. You know,
I
all
feel
this
like it's a
other
lot
stuff.
of
So the picture,
relationships that have started between men and women from a simple naked picture from the
I
woman.
could believe
You know,
that.
you know what it is,
I could believe
and
that.
you
Yeah,
decide to go knock
absolutely.
her off, and the next thing
Absolutely.
you know,
You in love with the cat. You
exactly.
know what I'm saying? Like it can happen. That's what I hate. I was telling somebody that time frame and all that other craziness that upsets me. Like the 90-day thing. Like I was telling, I think somebody was talking about she met this new guy. She like I'm gonna make her wait 9. Why? Like, you want to give him something now? You making him wait? You making him wait 9 days ain't gonna do a damn thing other than let him slide in somebody else's inbox because he going to get his rocks off. Period. Whether it's with you or not.
So I'm one of those people.
Let me,
I make a person wait 90 days.
so let me reverse that. I take that back. If he's truly only about you and he's at a mature place, he might can do it. But if you got a place where a guy he's on the field where he's trying to be mature but still have some childish ass ways about him, that 90 thing might give him time to slide in somebody's inbox or have that side chick, and then when the 90-day probation period is up, then he's doing the right thing with you after the time frame. That don't necessarily mean
it's a 50-50 because I made a guy wait 90 days, and it's only because I kind of, I want to feel them out, and I always do this. I want to feel them out. I want to see, if they're gonna act up in the meantime, if they're gonna give me a reason to cut them off. I just want to make sure that there's somebody that is.
So you make them wait with a purpose, but not because Steve Harvey says so.
Right. So I made this guy. I actually made this guy wait 4 months, and then I slept with him for the first time, and it was like this, and so I was pissed off. Because I was like, damn, like by this time I already done caught feelings, like the dude, but the relationship can't work because he don't got nothing to work with.
So you wasted 90 days.
I wasted the 90 days. Because I was like,
if I would have just
did it from jump, then I would have known to just cut him off.
The picture would have came in handy if you had known that from Jump Street.
So
the moral of the story is
don't make a man wait.
That and sometimes dick pics are good.
Do what your little lady say do. I don't want to use the bad term.
Stupid.
I feel like now if I'm a date a guy, the first thing I'm gonna say is I need to see a picture. Like, show me.
The first one?
Like
90 days.
The first one?
I mean, it might be after a couple weeks. I need to know.
Oh, okay, y'all
I'm not saying that
I'm
that I'm gonna jump in bed with him, but I need to make sure that I'm not gonna be caught in that situation again.
Well, let me ask you this. You know this guy. You find him sexually attractive. You know it's somebody you possibly can be with. What's the purpose of all this waiting? What are we waiting for?
Because people are like the one person said, they show you the representative. Like, they might be totally different from, people will put on an act.
After they smash.
But you do have a sexual desire for them, so why not at least satisfy that craving? It's all, just like you said, you wasted 90 days for nothing. Why not get the 2 days in and at least you fulfill and keep building off of that versus wasting time?
Look, I don't like to rack up on bodies. Like, in the last 11 years, I've been with 2 people. I'm not adding no more bodies.
Man.
That's just me. Like, I don't add bodies. Like, I go back to an old body. Exactly. I go back to an old body to not add a body.
You need to go to Chicago with one of those guy bodies. You need plenty of bodies. You 11 years?
No, we got a good question on the table. I know black men don't cheat.
No, we don't.
But why do men still inbox you if they know it can be captured? Screenshot.
That is the one thing that I'm iffy about. I understand that. I don't know why guys do it for sure.
Tree got the best response because we're men. Now, like men, we don't think about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because women, some dudes are like bitches in that way, but like most dudes ain't gonna screenshot a conversation between them.
Right.
And share it. Most men ain't gonna do that. You'll find a few who may be an anomaly, but they may do that. But for the most part, we ain't gonna do that, and women don't have that to worry about. But apparently, dudes we haven't learned yet. You know what I'm saying? It happens. Wait 90 days and he's not working with nothing. Then what? At least feel it up before 90 days. So
exactly. At least get something out of the deal. Why not enough?
So in my case, I did fill it up, and then I was kind of like, I felt like it wasn't gonna work, but I wasn't really sure because you know how they say.
You thought it was roaring out of shore?
It's the motion of the ocean. Size don't always matter. So I was like, okay, well,
She thought he was
I'm
gonna
not.
break.
I'm not gonna judge it by just from what I saw. I'm like maybe he might be able to work with it, but
So have you waited 90 days since?
Ain't but so much you can do with a paper.
I haven't known
Well,
anybody
Oh,
that. So
this was. Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say like that probably like killed the whole 90-day thing.
kill my. Well, it probably will because the next time I find somebody that I'm interested in, more than likely I won't. I won't wait 90 days.
90 minutes.
Seconds. If he's speaking right.
You know. Kevin says Autumn got a point. I'm kind of scared because you and Kevin actually agreed on something.
Kevin is a Scorpio. We always agree.
Oh God, here we go. All right, so guys, we still got a little bit of time left. We do want to hear some more questions, so make sure you like, share, make sure you comment. We do want to hear from who said some of the freaks out there, or whatever, right?
Yes, I want to hear.
Yeah, we want to hear the ones who enjoy the dick pictures.
Yes.
The ones who
I
invite them.
have people on my, females on my page that be dancing in their Instagram stories, shaking their ass, popping it.
So you think they're inviting that unwanted attention?
Yes, definitely.
But shouldn't that be their right though? Like they want to dance and show everything.
Yes.
Does
That's how they make their money.
Does that give
I
us?
can't hate on that.
Does that give men the right to just say, well, you know what? They putting it out there, so I'm gonna go ahead and just jump on.
It gives a man all the right.
You think so?
That's how they make their money.
I mean, and I get it. Speaking from a man's standpoint, but still playing devil's advocate, I get that women should have it doesn't matter what you put out there, what energy you put out there. If you don't want to be approached like that, then that's your right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now.
But if you don't want to be approached like that, then you carry yourself a certain way on social media.
I mean, I don't disagree with you at all. But I guess I'm also speaking about because you may have some dudes out there who genuinely like you and want to know, but then again you got pervs out there who just see you dancing, they can automatically think, oh, well, she a freak. I know she gonna give it up. You know what I'm saying? But that may not even be the case. Just because you dance provocatively doesn't mean that you just spread your legs and allow anybody to. You know what I'm saying?
Just because she dance, she need love too, man. She bringing in extra. She bringing in that extra bacon, man. Hey, shit. I'll send out. They said, go ahead, on, baby, make that money.
Somebody say, can we see your DMs? I didn't see them too.
See what deal? I deleted Messenger. I told y'all.
Oh, but I just got a DM from you what, 30 minutes ago?
That's
right before I hopped on camera?
Mine driving to Arizona in July 28th.
I know, right? But thank you for responding.
Oh, he said these dudes may put up a front initially. That's why I agree with, and I'm not going to assume that it says Autumn.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of scared now because you and Kevin seldom agree on anything at all.
We agree on everything.
Not when it comes to male-female dynamic. Those are I've been friends with both of y'all for a long time, so it's like I've seen how that can go. That's what you say. Now to think of it is and obviously we didn't expect to solve the riddle or puzzle and find out why dudes being females DM, but I think it's a conversation worth having.
But it is no riddle or a puzzle. A man is going to be a man. Some man is going to be a woman.
Women are going to be women.
Yeah, women.
I mean, you got a lot of women who think just like dudes now.
Humans are going to be human.
There you go.
Women are smarter, so actually they know what they do.
Yes,
hell,
women are much smarter.
They, you know what I'm saying? They
They
respond. We react. They respond. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they consciously know what they doing. We just on some dumb shit. It's like, hey man, I see that ass. Let me jump in that box real fast.
And
a woman putting that ass out there.
Women can control their sexual desires better.
A whole lot better. And that's since the beginning of time. Y'all were meant to. That's why they put y'all upward and us outward. You know, we want to always go out. Don't make sense, but it makes sense.
I mean, perfect sense to me. So in closing, like, what are your thoughts about the entire conversation? Like, what message do you want to convey to the people about DMs or?
Do you? I mean, hey, don't miss out on your soulmate.
Don't miss out on your blessing. I'm saying it's there.
Go fishing. Throw out as many hooks as you need to. Nobody's gonna catch you.
No pun intended.
Guys, jump in the DM, do it the right way, depending on the vibe that you're getting from that chick. If she bouncing that ass all day, go bounce that dick in that inbox.
Throw that ass
But
in
if
the
she,
circle.
you
Didn't
know
you
what
just
I'm
say
saying,
that
she
your
on
mama
some
was watching?
very mature,
Curse a lot.
hardworking, honest, whatever the case may be, go at it the right way. But it's all about vibe. And some people like it, some don't. So don't let us change your mind about how you operate. But the purge now, that's a whole nother story. But if she like it, shit, we love it.
Right. And with me, man, it's just like I said, the inbox only does what the receiver allows. So, if you ignore it, I'm sure at some point the dude or female will get the message. But if you continuously entertain it, um, then obviously the messages are going to continue. And also, and I'm not victim blaming or anything like that, but oftentimes when you do put that energy out there, what I mean, whether it's a provocative picture or a picture where you're showing all your assets. I mean, just be prepared for what might happen. I'm not saying that gives men the right to say anything they want to you, but at the same time, you got to be prepared for it, and you have to decide how you're going to handle that. So again, guys, I really appreciate the dialogue. I really wish we had more time because this is something that has been long overdue as far as conversations go. But again, thank you for the comments. Continue commenting if you like. Make sure you also continue sharing the post, and we'll see you again next week.
Hold on, one more thing before we
Yeah.
close. I got this wine. I don't know if y'all can see it, but Hook gave this to me, and it is so good. Like, I love Riesling. I really don't do red wine, but this is the
You
bomb.
just you just
So
gave
go
them a
try
whole
it.
advertisement. And I ain't even getting paid.
It's so good though.
She just did a whole Stella Rosa commercial. All right, but again, y'all, I'll see y'all next week. Holla.
Oh, now it works.